Oh, yeah, right, sorry, team captains. Sorry, 1 second.
They'll give you one at halftime.
Okay, toss-up 1. Julie Baker, a resident of this city, announced the return of donations to her so-called relentlessly gay yard display. In August 2015, its city stat director was fired by Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake. For 10 points, name this city where April 2014 riots followed the death of Freddie Gray. Glasgow 3. Malton. Correct. For 10. Okay. Your bonus. This artist planned to commit suicide after finishing a painting that is meant to be read from right to left. For 10 points each, name this artist of Where Do We Come From? What Are We? Where Are We Going? Which was painted in Tahiti. Captain?
Villalobos.
Incorrect. The answer was Paul Gauguin. Okay. Next bonus. Gauguin shared an apartment with this artist in Arles. Self-portraits by this artist include one with a bandaged ear.
Van Gogh.
Correct. Paul Gauguin painted a portrait of Madame Ginou in this place. Van Gogh depicted Joseph Ginou standing next to a billiards table in this location. That is correct. Toss-up 2. This trait is assessed with Raven's progressive matrices, in which one must determine what shape to add to the lower right-hand corner of a 3x3 grid. Alfred Binet created the first test to quantify it. For 10 points, name this mental capacity often reported as a quotient. Glasgow 4. Correct. For 10. Your bonus. This group, whose name translates as students, was overthrown by a US-backed offensive in 2001. For 10 points each, name this militant group, which since 2001 has been carrying out an insurgency in Afghanistan.
Taliban.
That's correct. In July 2015, reports surfaced that this founder of the Taliban may have died in Pakistan hospital in 2013.
Osama.
Incorrect. The answer was Mullah Muhammad Omar.
That was bad.
Oh, sorry.
I think you throw the.
I think you
Yeah,
throw it out.
we're going to throw it out, but I'm not sure how we can.
You replace it with socially, that's what happened for you in the workplace.
Okay.
Which one's the extra nice? Get the orange. Get the orange now.
I don't think there. Oh yes, there are. Sorry. Okay. So just one of the three. Then. Okay. Back to you guys then. The Taliban insurgency formed during the administration of this man who served as Afghanistan's president from 2001 to 2014. That is correct. All right, so I'll give you guys your extra bonus at the end. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Just mark that. Okay. Toss-up 3. Along with Mount Tate and Mount Haku, this mountain is one of the 3 holy mountains. Hokusai created a series of woodblock prints known as the 36 views of this mountain, which is incorrect. Which is on the island of Honshu. For 10 points, name this active volcano and tallest mountain. Grayson 2. Correct. 10. Your bonus. The famous 13 stayed loyal to this man after his second expedition nearly failed. For 10 points each, name this victor at the Battle of Cajamarca, who conquered Peru for Spain.
Pizarro.
That is correct. At Cajamarca, Pizarro's forces captured this emperor, who was later executed after filling the ransom room with precious metals.
Atahualpa?
That's correct. Atahualpa was the ruler of this empire, which established the Quipu system of knot-based messaging during its rule in Western South America.
Yeah.
Correct. William Wollaston used 2 of these items made of calcite to create 2 polarized beams. They work by dispersion, refracting different wavelengths at different angles. For 10 points, name these items that separate colors, which often consist of glass plus. Glasgow 4. Correct. For 10. Your bonus. The title character of the play Agamemnon is killed by his wife Clytemnestra after he returns home from leading the Greeks in this war. For 10 points each, name this war that is also the subject of Homer's Iliad.
Trojan War.
Correct. Agamemnon was written by this playwright. Sophocles, Euripides, and this author are generally considered to be the three greatest Greek tragedians.
Aeschylus.
Correct. Agamemnon is the first play in a trilogy that also contains two plays about this man who kills his mother Clytemnestra and is subsequently pursued by the Furies.
Differ.
Orestes.
Correct. So 30 on the bonus. Toss-up 5. This ruler signed a 10-year truce with Stephen Bathory that ended the Livonian War. This ruler's Oprichniki police force committed the 1570 Novgorod massacre, and he later killed his son in a fit of rage. Glasgow 3.
Stalin.
Incorrect. Right, sorry. For 10 points, name this Rurikid Tsar of Russia who had the epithet the Terrible. Grayson 1.
Ivan the Terrible.
Correct. For 10. Your bonus. Chemists often need to know the number of atoms or molecules of a substance rather than the substance mass. For 10 points each. In such cases, chemists use this base SI unit, currently defined as the number of atoms in exactly 12 grams of carbon 12. Answer, please. Incorrect.
Mole.
That is correct. To one significant digit, Avogadro's number, the number of particles in one mole, has this value.
6.
Incorrect, Captain.
Defer.
6 times 10 to the negative 23.
Incorrect. They were looking for 6 times 10 to the 23rd. Okay.
I know. I know that.
This measure of concentration equals moles of solute divided by mass of solvent.
Molality.
That is correct. So, okay. Toss-up 6. This was the location where over 7,500 saffron-colored nylon banners were hung from the gates installed by Christo and Jean-Claude. Belvedere Castle was found in this location. Calvert Vaux and Frederick Law Olmsted designed, for 10 points, what large undeveloped area in Manhattan? Glasgow.
The project.
That is incorrect. Time. That would be Central Park. So that's Alright. The subtitle of William Thackeray's Vanity Fair indicates that it is a novel without one of these people. Joseph Campbell studied the structure of myths in a book named for one of these with 1,000 faces. For 10 points, the super kind of what people include Grayson 4. Incorrect. For 10 points, the super kind of what people include Batman and Superman.
Hero.
That is correct for 10. Sorry, if I might not just get the name out in time, but if I'm clearly looking at you or pointing to you, then that counts. Right.
What number top was that?
That was 7. Okay. Alright. So, your bonus. For 10 points each, answer the following about the city of Florence. Florence, which is often considered the birthplace of the Renaissance, is a city in this European country.
Italy.
Correct. Florence is the capital of this Italian region known for its wine. Its other cities include Pisa and Siena.
Defer.
Captain?
No.
Okay. The answer was Tuscany or Toscana. Florence's main city square, the Piazza della Signoria, was the site of this 1497 event in which followers of Girolamo Savonarola consigned their sinful possessions to the flames.
Bonfire of the Vandals.
That's
Oh.
Do you have? That is correct. Do you have?
The thing fell.
It's right
I don't know
there.
what happened.
These are
So it was
Nah.
loose and then I took my thumb off of it and it like flew off.
our buzzers. I'm not really sure what we're supposed to.
Me either. Honestly.
Alright, so it looks like it's working. If that happens again, just help me and
Okay. That's here.
we'll figure it out. Alright, so
Did I
then
get
that
that one?
was. Yes, they did. Alright. So that was 20 on the bonus for Glasgow. Alright. Toss of 8. A set of piano pieces by this composer, which includes a spring song, is titled Songs Without Words. He depicted the braying of a donkey and included a recessional wedding march in his incidental music for a Shakespeare play. For 10 points, name this composer of A Midsummer Night's Dream. Grayson for him. Sorry. Incorrect.
Reverend.
Incorrect. The answer was Mendelssohn. I'm not using the time recently. Right. Toss up 9. Pencil and paper ready. Ben needs to find the radius of the base of a cylinder whose height is 3 and whose volume is 48 pi. By recalling the formula for the volume of a cylinder includes the square of the radius, he is able to compute, for 10 points, what radius of the cylinder. Yes. For 10. Your bonus. One of this author's poems describes the new-caught peoples governed by this imperialist states as half-devil and half-child. For 10 points each, name this British author who wrote The White Man's Burden for Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee.
Tomorrow.
Captain? Incorrect. It would be Joseph Rudyard Kipling. The speaker of this Kipling poem states, "You'll be a man, my son," after declaring a set of conditions that each begin with this title two-letter word. Sorry.
You'll be.
Incorrect, Captain. The answer was if. Kipling was born in what is now this nation, where the Kipling story, The Man Who Would Be King, begins.
India.
Correct. So, 10 on the bonus. Toss of 10. These sites include Etemenanki, which was built by Nebuchadnezzar II. Sorry. And one that was rebuilt by Nabonidus as a 7-stage structure. Glasgow 4. Incorrect. Gods such as Nana and Marduk were believed to visit the top levels of these brick buildings. For 10 points, name these Mesopotamian step pyramids. Grayson 1. That is correct for 10. And your bonus. The self-denying ordinance prohibited members of parliament from holding commands in this army. For 10 points each, name this Roundhead army that defeated the king's troops at the Battle of Naseby. Answer, please.
The army.
Captain?
New model army.
That's correct. This new model army cavalry commander became Lord Protector of England in 1653. That is correct. The new model army opposed the forces of this Stuart king, who was later beheaded. That is incorrect, Captain.
Charles I.
That is correct. 10 on the bonus, 20 on the bounce back. Oh, and that was... Okay, so that was question 10, so we will do your guys' missed bonus now.
bonus should be for.
Because we use their base tax. We do this on.
That's because
Just read like an extra.
yeah, okay. So, yeah, all right. Okay. So I will just read part A of one bonus. Is that okay with you guys? All right. The recoil of a gun can be explained by this law of motion for 10 points each. Name this law, which states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Answer, please. That is correct. So you get that bonus. Okay, so now we're at the half, so you guys will be doing the worksheets. So I'm going to do is give each team 2 blank worksheets, and you will have 2 minutes. And after the 2 minutes, I will collect one of them. That's just how the rules are. I'm not really sure why.
Like, what's the other? Is it part of the thing?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
After 10 questions, each team gets the worksheets.
Yeah, and for each question that you answer correctly on the worksheets, you will get 10 points to the game. So you have 2 minutes. I will announce when you have 1 minute remaining and when you have 10 seconds remaining. And after we have graded them, we'll give them back to you so you can see what you missed if you did.
Is this just for full play? Will we be doing this like after full play too?
I'm not sure, but I believe so. So when I say begin, you can start.
Where you guys start 15, go up this number.
Yeah, I guess.
Right.
Sorry, we only do one right now.
Well, you can split up and do both if you'd like. They should be the same worksheet, though. But I'm only going to collect one, so you might want to make sure that they're both on one sheet. But you can work with it however you want. Okay, so begin now.
Worksheets, yes or no?
You can.
Yeah. You have 1 minute remaining. You have 10 seconds remaining. That's time. The pencils down, please. Alright, so Glasgow, which sheet would you like to turn in? Okay. Grayson? Okay, thank you. Now if you'll give us a few seconds to grade them.
Can we confer with the team while you're grading?
Excuse me?
Can we confer with the team while you're grading?
Yes, this is when you will be doing substitutions or anything
Okay.
like that. Alright.
A lot of those questions are very easy.
Yeah, that's, I wish I would've seen that. I would've seen
Is spelling gonna be like?
Is spelling it?
Now, spelling, if we know what you mean,
Okay.
unless you like, fast things.
I chose to.
Just looking at it, making sure to check with that. So I have that it's 90 to 180 work, so. Make sure we're anticipating, make sure we're, getting food in, more. Have more cost of it.
Well, we know,
Sorry, can you tell us how we did right now?
Yes, we are going to give them back to you, so. Grayson, well, we're going to give them back to you. Grayson got 13 questions out of 15, which is 130 points. Andy, how did 13? There you go, we'll see if I can split.
We got you. Along with that,
All right.
we'll shoot for all these guys.
No substitutions for anyone?
Is this an NH?
So, well,
Yes.
how many did Glasgow get on the worksheet?
13 and 13.
Oh.
Is this a home line or a day set?
This is an A set, I believe. Okay, so you guys don't mind. Take the call. I guess if you want them at the end of the match, you can take them.
Yeah, that's a worksheet.
Yeah, I will just take all of them. Just okay. Okay. All right. Good luck in the second half, guys. Okay. Well, let's go past that. Okay. Toss-up 11. In this war, James Lawrence was killed after declaring, "Don't give up the ship." Later in this war, a commander proclaimed, "We have met the enemy, and they are ours." Oliver Hazard Perry won this. Glasgow 3. Correct. For 10. Your bonus. It is named for the fact that it often occurs around Christmas. For 10 points each, identify this phenomenon with the Spanish name. A phase of an atmospheric ocean cycle in warm ocean waters. Water appears off the west coast of South America.
El Nino?
That's correct. El Nino often begins with an increase in this atmospheric value that is measured by a barometer.
Pressure.
That is correct. El Nino often reduces the intensity of this normally strong and long-lasting seasonal rains in southern Asia.
Monsoon.
That's correct. 30 on the bonus. Toss-up 12. This man won 9 Hart This man won 9 Hart trophies and was traded from the Oilers to the Kings after winning the 1988 Stanley Cup. The NHL retired the number 99 jersey of this player and the league's record holder in both goals and assists. Glasgow 4.
Wayne Gretzky.
Correct. For 10. Alright. Your bonus. This poem's first lines inquire, "Should all acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?" For 10 points each, name this poem that, when set to a folk melody, is traditionally sung at midnight on New Year's Day. Answer, please.
Todd like time.
Correct. This Scottish poet of Auld Lang Syne described a wee sleekit cowrin timorous beastie in his poem To a Mouse.
Bourbon.
That's correct. In To a Mouse, this four-word phrase is followed by the words "A mice and men gang aft Eggley," or Ageley, I think Eggley.
No answer.
Captain?
No answer.
The best laid schemes. Toss-up 13. This nation's... Thank you. This nation's 2015 You Stink protests were sparked by inadequate garbage pickup services. It's second only to Turkey in the number of registered refugees it has taken from the Syrian civil war. Hezbollah is based in, for 10 points, what Middle Eastern country whose capital is Beirut? Glasgow 3.
Lebanon.
That is correct. For 10. Your bonus.
What question is that?
That was 13. These daughter of Phorcys and Ceto were born underneath Mount Olympus. For 10 points each, name these set of 3 monsters whose 2 immortal members are Stheno and Euryales. That's correct. This third member of the Gorgons, like her sister, possessed a gaze that turned others to stone. Correct. This son of Zeus and Danae killed Medusa using a mirror. That is correct. 30 on the bonus. Number 14, toss-up 14.
Clear.
This, I'll get it sometime. This man used 3 squares arranged similarly to a windmill to prove the Pythagorean theorem. A statement concerning 2 lines that do not meet if extended indefinitely is the 5th postulate in his best-known work. For 10 points, name this Greek mathematician, Glasgow 3. Incorrect. For 10 points, name this Greek mathematician who wrote the Elements, Grayson 4.
Archimedes?
Incorrect. The answer would be Euclid. Toss-up 15. George Rapelier urged this man to defend his use of the textbook A Civic Biology. His conviction was overturned after a judge's $100 fine was ruled improper. Tennessee's Butler Act was used to prosecute, for 10 points, what man charged with teaching evolution in a Glasgow 4. That is correct for 10. Your bonus. For 10 points each, answer these questions about snails. Snails and other gastropods are members of what phylum?
Smallest.
That is correct. Which characteristic feature of mollusks, also called a pallium, protects the visceral mass and often secretes calcium carbonate to form shell?
Exoskeleton.
Answer please. Captain. That would be the mantle. The term gastropod refers to the location on a snail's stomach of what muscular structure that lets a snail move? That's correct. 20 on the bonus.
Clear,
This province is home to Lake Nipissing, which drains into Georgian Bay. Kenora and Midland are cities in this province, which is bordered to the west by Manitoba. For 10 points, name this Canadian province that borders 4 of the 5 Great Lakes and is home to the city of Toronto. Grayson 2. That's correct. Your bonus. In October 2014, this city was recognized as Britain's wettest city. For 10 points each, name this city, both the most populous city and capital of Wales.
London.
Incorrect. That would be Cardiff. Another
That
city.
was not bad.
Okay. Again, we will do the same thing that we did before.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. Okay.
It's all good.
Another city named Cardiff is found in New South Wales, the most populous state in this nation. Answer, please.
Australia.
That is correct. Originally, the state of New South Wales included Van Diemen's Land, an island now known by this name. That's correct. 20 on the bonus and 10 to be made up for the bounce back. Toss up
Clear.
17. Rivastigmine and amantadine are used to treat this disease in which there is a deficit of acetylcholine in the brain. It occurs early in people with Down syndrome and is characterized, Glasgow 4.
Tay-Sachs.
Incorrect. And is characterized by progressive cognitive decline. For 10 points, name this most common form of dementia. Grayson 1.
Alzheimer's.
That is correct for 10. Your bonus. In one song from this musical, Tony finds the name Maria to be the most beautiful sound I ever heard. For 10 points each, name this musical in which the Sharks and Jets clash, an adaptation of Romeo and Juliet, whose music was composed by Leonard Bernstein.
West Side Story.
That's correct. The lyrics for West Side Story were written by this man, who wrote both the lyrics and the music for Company and Sweeney Todd.
Sondheim.
That's correct. In one song from West Side Story, the Jets lament that "We ain't no delinquents" were misunderstood while addressing this titled policeman.
Smith.
That is incorrect. Captain.
Defer.
Incorrect. That would be Officer Krupke. Toss-up 18. At the start of this series, the protagonists offer to work at a bakery in exchange for lodging. James Alden is initially feared by his grandchildren in this series created by Gertrude Chandler Warner. For 10 points, what series is named after orphans who shelter in a train compartment? Glasgow. That is correct for 10. Your bonus. One member of this philosophical movement opposed the Great Happiness Principle. For 10 points each, name this movement that began in 19th century England and whose adherents believed that people should act so as to promote well-being. Its leaders included Jeremy Bentham.
Enlightenment.
Incorrect. Captain. Incorrect. That would be utilitarianism. Another leading utilitarian was this disciple of Bentham, whose books include On Liberty.
Law.
Incorrect, Captain.
Yeah.
That would be Mill. Mill was also influenced by this French philosopher, who founded positivism and is considered the founder of modern sociology.
Defer.
That is correct. 10 on the bonus. Okay. In 1970 coup in this city was ousted Prince Norodom Sihanouk and put Lon Nol in a position of power. After a leader of this country exiled many city dwellers to the country, millions died in its killing fields. For 10 points, what country was once ruled by the Khmer Rouge? Glasgow 3.
Cambodia.
Correct, 10.
What question is that?
19. So one more. Just a bit behind schedule. Okay. Hester Prynne is forced to wear this letter of the alphabet on her clothes after she has an affair with Arthur Dimmesdale. For 10 points each, name this title symbol of the scarlet letter.
A.
That is correct. This author of the Scarlet Letter wrote about Hepzibah's decision to open a shop in the House of Seven Gables. The Seven Gables.
Hawthorne.
That is correct. The House of the Seven Gables describes a dwelling belonging to this family, which includes Hepzibah and her cousin Phoebe. Answer, please.
Defer.
Captain.
Smith.
Incorrect. Pinchins. Toss-up 20, the last. In 1875, even for the last one, yes, do that. In 1875, this chemist invented a mixture of collodion and cotton that he called gelignite. This man patented a mixture of diatomaceous earth and nitroglycerin. For 10 points, who is this Swedish inventor who used his earnings from dynamite? Grayson 2. Correct. Your bonus. Pencil and paper ready. Point P has coordinates 1, 1, while point Q has coordinates 3, 2. For 10 points each, what are the Cartesian coordinates of the midpoint of the line segment connecting P and Q? That is correct. What is the slope of the line connecting P and Q? Correct. If a ray is drawn from P and extending through Q, what are the Cartesian coordinates of the point on the ray that lies twice as far from P as Q? You have 10 seconds, and either of the two answers is acceptable. That's correct. And now for your okay. Alright. Are you ready? The 2-2 form of this concept is often called cut. For 10 points each, name this musical marking that specifies how many beats each measure of a word has and what type of note gets the beat.
Time signature.
Correct. Okay, and that's the match. Do you have our final score?
Glasgow 5-10, Grayson 3-20. I need the captain to sign it.
Yeah. Captain's gonna get your signature.
Begin?
Here.
Sorry about all of the messes there.
Sam, just
Moderator.